Welcome back to John Kleis Car Audio's YouTube channel, where we have yet another Jaguar XK in, not an XKR, it is an XK. We do these weekly now. They come in for us because even though the car's absolutely fantastic, and as you can see, aged extremely well, you wouldn't believe this was a 15-year-old car. Now this has come in for Apple CarPlay retrofit and Android Auto through the original screen. And I'm going to give you a quick run through on how that actually works and how it looks. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to just start it up as normal. Well, I'll say start up, I'm just going to put the ignition on. It's going to boot straight into the CarPlay operating system standard, which is kind of how you want it to, because every time you turn the car on, you want it to go straight into CarPlay. But I'm going to just go back to the home screen to actually show you the Jaguar screen is all still operational. Climate control screen, all the car setting screens are still on there, and how to switch into CarPlay, we just push the home button just like that. Simple as that. Now I say CarPlay, we're not actually connected yet. This is like the back office home screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my phone live and show you this on the fly, how it all works. So I push the home button, I'm going to go to settings, go to Bluetooth on my phone. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, I'm going to look for the nearest devices. And as long as my iPhone 17 Pro doesn't let me down like it usually does on Bluetooth, oh, it hasn't, good stuff. So it's going to find it, and then I'm going to hit pair, allow, and then my phone's eventually going to come up with, do you want to connect to CarPlay, just like that. And then now it's doing the handshake with Bluetooth, and then we're going to have wireless CarPlay in a few seconds. Well, quicker than a few seconds. Extremely fast, this bit of kit to use. So now I have Apple CarPlay working on the original screen. Now, I'm going to explain one caveat with this upgrade before we get into the advantages of it. Because you have to stay on USB as a source, which is that source right there, it means you can no longer really use DAB, FM, and CD whilst using CarPlay. Because as soon as you change source onto one of those sources, you're not going to have phone calls coming through the system, and you're not going to have Siri commands, you're definitely not going to have navigation voice working. So when you go to CarPlay retrofits on this Jaguar, we recommend, CD you're just going to have to write off, unfortunately. I get it, some people still like to play CDs, but just have to write that option off. But when it comes to DAB and FM, it's not a problem. There is a workaround. Just simply download internet radio applications on your phone and they will come up on CarPlay. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's go straight to the radio side of it. So we first of all have Absolute Radio, which is one app you can use. You've got the BBC Sounds app, you've got Global Player, you've got Rayo Player, and you've got Radio Player. So quite a few radio applications. If I go into Radio Player, for example, and then it's going to have my 4 favourite stations already come up because I already use this app on my own car. Otherwise, I can go to all stations, go down to a letter, go to J, and then, for example, it's going to show Jazz FM. You know, it's very, very easy to use with Radio Player. BBC Sounds is very similar. I'm probably not logged into BBC Sounds, am I? Oh no, I am. So yeah, I can go on in here, I can go, I want to listen to Radio 4 Extra. And then Radio 4 Extra will start playing, just like that. So that is your workaround. Now the customer now has access to navigation apps like Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze navigation, and TomTom if you pay for it, and music streaming apps like Tidal Work, YouTube Music I use, or if you like your high fidelity sounds, you can also use Tidal. And then just kick your music off and up it's going to play just like that. A bit Dizzy Rascal coming in. Now this is a resistive touchscreen, so you know what that means is don't try and use it like a phone. I'm touching the screen right now and look, it's not working. You saw the whole demonstration previously, it worked because I'm using it like a resistive touchscreen. So what you got to do, you got to put grip on the screen, bit of pressure and drag it, and it will always work, just like I've been demoed. If you try and using it like a phone, it will not work. That is because this does not run the same technology as your £1,500 iPhone. This is an older screen, it's like 15-year-old technology. So just a heads up, you've got to use it with a bit of pressure. But as you can see, it works seamlessly. Steering wheel controls will all still work, so you can skip tracks on your steering wheel, volume up and down, etc., which is really nice to use. And yeah, all your factory stuff still works, which also means if you use your climate control, that all still works as well. You're not going to not see that whenever you use it when you're in the CarPlay screen. It all overlays over the CarPlay. So it's a really seamless integrated bit of kit. If you have a reverse camera on it, it will also still work as standard. And if you don't have a reverse camera, we can also add one to the installation as well. Pretty straightforward installation. Takes about, well, turn around it in the same day, for example, unless you're doing a reverse camera. Sometimes they can be a little bit longer with a reverse camera added. But yeah, this is a Jaguar XK. That is an Apple CarPlay retrofit. Also does wireless Android Auto as well. If you're an Android user, we don't alienate you. It will work with an Android as well. And thanks to Matt and Kyron who did the installation today. Fantastic job as always. You know where we are. This is John Kleis Car Audio. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Get in contact if you want the same solution done to your car. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.